Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Inside Movies Galore. I'm your host for this evening, and tonight I have a film review dating back to 2015. And before I go into this movie, I wanted to explain that when I was a kid, when I was in second grade, I was very much into dinosaurs. I remember picking up this 99-cent magazine where it was like it had 3D pictures, it had comic books, it had a piece of a skeleton, and I would collect these things for $14.99 a piece. And eventually, I had like 6 binders of this thing and 3 glow in the dark skeleton dinosaurs. And so when Jurassic Park came out, that was a big to-do thing. But even more so, I think, in 2015 when Jurassic World came out, in and it was directed by a guy by the name of Colin Trevorrow. Now, he evidently is kind of an unknown. So when Disney chose to go with this director after coming out from a documentary called Reality Show and a TV movie called Gary Under Crisis, this was kind of a big thing. The screenplay was by him. It was directed by him. So we have Christopher Pratt, who is just coming out of doing Guardians of the Galaxy. And we also have Ron Howard's daughter, Bryce Dallas Howard, playing Claire. Now, Chris Pratt, he plays Owen, who is a trainer for velociraptors. He has evidently trained a small crew of 5 velociraptors, and they are each trained to his voice command. He's got them tracked, and the leader of this pack, he calls Blue, and he's got a relationship with this velociraptor. So you can definitely see that there is, definitely some friendly, he knows his dinosaurs. Now, Claire, on the other hand, she runs the security for the park. She runs the program for the park and all the programs that go with it. Apparently, they are trying to create a new dinosaur for the park. Now, this film is set like 20 years later, and there is a park that has already been open to the public. And while the park is open, Claire is looking in on a new dinosaur that has been created, but it has been created in captivity. And they call it the Indominus Rex. And it has been created in part by Dr. Henry Wu, which B.D. Wong, he has been with Jurassic Park since the very beginning. Dr. Henry Wu, on the other hand, now that character has changed somewhat over the years. He has changed in a sense where he is ready and willing to create dinosaurs that are illegal. And in a sense, I feel like he's a little bit more like the evil mad scientist in the equation. I thought that when he was in Jurassic Park, he at least had some, some intelligence and whatnot. But here he seems to be more of the, okay, I will create whatever kind of dinosaur for you as long as you give me the frickin' money. So, but in any case, there is another character that is put into to the fray, which is played by Vincent D'Onofrio, who plays the character of Hoskins. Now he comes in. He's kind of like an army guy, army dude, and when things go wrong in the park, which means that the Indominate Rex ends up tricking some of the trainers and ultimately escapes from its lair. That's when things start to go wrong. Now, we also have Zach and Gray, who are Claire's nephews, who have come with their live-in nanny to visit the park. Well, when everything goes wrong, they are on their own in a ball that looks like it's some kind of a crystal ball that they're rolling around in, and they end up in the path of this new dinosaur. Now, this new dinosaur just so happens to have the ability um, to camouflage itself with its surroundings. And I know that it has a gene in it that you would definitely not normally have in a dinosaur. I think it was mixed with a velociraptor or the red raptor. Now, there are some unique animals in here. There are reptiles in here, and you definitely get to see a few of the brachiosaur. But there's a water dinosaur that is in a pool or in a lake, and they kind of have it set in like a sea lion type exhibit, and this thing jumps out into the air and grabs its food for the public. Well, when things go awry in the park, Claire and Owen end up having to have an all-out war with this Indominate Rex creature that has been created. And so what they do is Claire, in the end, has to unleash the rest of the raptors and the Tyrannosaurus Rex on this creature. I mean, that ending is what I love about this film. I agree. I think they should have gone back to some of the animatronic dinosaurs that they used in the original, but the CGI isn't that bad in this film. I thought, and normally I'm not a CGI man. You know, I tend to like special effects better. But that being said, I enjoyed when they brought the old school T-Rex out, and it went up against this creature, and then that sea creature. Well, spoiler alert. That sea creature, when it came up out of the blue and grabbed the creature in the end, that I did not expect that. That was just an amazing, thing to see, and I thought that it was very cool that the Raptors were on our side, on the good side this time, and it was just a cool, fun flick, and it was nostalgic. I mean, those who are definitely diehard fans will not love this film because they are, oh, it's not Steven Spielberg. Oh my God, I'm gonna die of a heart attack. Well, I loved it. I very much look forward to it This was actually one of the movies that I actually went and saw in the theater, and I enjoyed it. I mean, to the extent where I went and saw the next one in the theater, and I will get to that in my next review. In any case, my only thing that I did not like or love about the film is, for some reason, I didn't like how the two brothers, Ty Timpkins and Nick Robinson. I didn't like how they acted towards each other. I mean, they're supposedly supposed to be the kids of today, and they were just obnoxious. It wasn't until like three-quarters of the way in I started liking their characters, because then it's like survival of the fittest kind of kicked in, and they became human instead of brain damaged. But in any case, I enjoyed the characters in here. I mean, you have um, Irfan Khan, who played Masrani. He was the guy who was in charge of Claire, and there was a moment where he went up into a helicopter and got killed. And for some reason, that bravery just was kind of, it was just kind of a what the fuck moment. But I enjoyed this film extremely, and I think this was very much well done for a reboot into the Jurassic Park world. And you can either love or hate this movie. I really don't care about anybody else's opinion at this point in time. I enjoyed it, and that's what counts. But there's my review on this film, and hopefully you like and subscribe. I don't care if you don't like my views. I'm just getting it out there for those of you who love to watch me talk about films. Thank you for listening. In any case, have a good evening, and stay tuned for my review on Jurassic World: The Lost Kingdom. In any case, enjoy your evening.